Listen, this group of players and this manager have suffered a lot. They've been ridiculed at times during this season, and this was a really special moment for the manager and the players, where they've, you know, through that suffering, they've come together. He's worked with his players, and you could see that today. You could see that performance, that it mattered to them. The minute they walked out the tunnel, I could see in their eyes, you know, in those Arsenal players' eyes, that they understood what this fixture meant a lot more than Tottenham. And they went on to prove that. And with the young players that they've got and the way that he's got them organised, you've got to give full credit to Arteta here. You know, how he's managed to turn things around and get everybody, including the fans, back on side. They were absolutely brilliant.
Conversely, though, it just seems that the manager, Nuno, doesn't realise the expectation needed in these derby games. We saw that in the Palace game, and today was exactly the same.
It looked like Spurs were either nervous, they didn't have a game plan. Nuno said they had a game plan. Could you spot it?
I didn't, no. You know, as you can see here, it's, I suppose these three results here for me papered over the cracks as to kind of what actually was the reality of what was going on at Tottenham. You know, I think brilliant against City, don't get me wrong. But in the other games, I think the performances didn't warrant their league position at that time. But the big worry for me today, you know, this is the type of game where you would be, people would say to you about a player, that you don't care. You don't understand, you don't care. And trust me, there were some performances in there today that were poor, that were terrible. I mean, Dele was poor, and Ndombele was shocking, Højbjerg, Harry Kane. There's a number of names I could go through, trust me, but just to name a few, Son as well was really poor. But the bigger concern was I was watching a team who didn't have a clue what they were doing.
Did they dupe us with their start of the season, or is that squad good enough to compete for 7th, 8th, 9th in the Premier League?
Yeah, it's definitely good enough to compete for 7th. You know, they should be competing for a Europa League place. They're nowhere near good enough to finish in the top 4, not at all. But, you know, as individuals, they do have a group of players there that can get into Europe. But he's got to find a way of playing, and today was not that day.
Thanks for checking out the BBC Sport YouTube channel. Remember to give this video a like and make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button so you never miss an upload. See you soon.